I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough of controversies. Hi there. So today I will make a video following the draw against Chelsea. Liverpool drew 2-2 yesterday at Anfield. We all know what the main topic of conversation is about this game, but very quickly I will go through the game. I think Liverpool played well in about only 15 minutes in the whole game, from the second half until we conceded the penalty where Chelsea went 2-1 up after Eden Hazard scored the penalty following a handball in the box from Luis Suarez. So the start of the game, apart from two chances from Liverpool, I think one from Glenn Johnson where there was a nice interchange between Downing, Suarez, and Suarez fed Glenn Johnson in the box, but he ran out of ideas when one-on-one against Peter Cech and just hit his shot wide in the end. And then there was another good interchange between Glenn Johnson and Stuart Downing on the right wing, and I think Downing spotted Luis Suarez run in the box, but his diagonal shot was parried away by Peter Cech. So that was about it in the first half for Liverpool. Chelsea, on the other hand, went ahead through a header from who else but Oscar, the Brazilian. There was a mix-up in defense, and it was almost a free header from Oscar. And he's not the tallest in the world, so we went 1-0 down. And during the whole first half, I think the tactical battle was clearly won by Rafa Benitez. It was mainly a rigid 4-4-2 by Chelsea, and Brendan Rodgers used his typical, I think, a 4-2-1-3 formation. Upwards you had Suarez, Coutinho and Downing, and Henderson was just behind the front three in a free roll, and Gerrard and Lucas was protecting the back four. But it clearly wasn't working for Liverpool in the first half. Chelsea controlled the midfield through Mikel and Ramirez, and Liverpool couldn't cope with the trickery of the likes of Mata, Hazard and Oscar. Clearly the tactical battle was won by Benitez in the first half. They were controlling the game 100%, and Liverpool couldn't play. In the second half, though, Brendan Rodgers replaced Coutinho, who was very quiet yesterday in the first half, didn't have absolutely any impact on the game, and he replaced Coutinho by Daniel Sturridge, and he had an immediate impact in the game. I think in the first 5 minutes of the second half, Liverpool could have gone 3-1 up. Sturridge first fed Steven Gerrard with a nice little through ball in the box, but Gerrard's shot was parried away again by Peter Cech on his left hand side. Gerrard hit it well, but credit to Peter Cech, who parried it away. And then Sturridge had a wonderful strike which hit the post from just outside the box, I think, a diagonal strong shot which hit the post. And I think Gerrard had another good chance to equalize. But the equalizer by Liverpool came, and deservedly. I think it was a long ball from Carragher upwards, and Downing just flipped it inside in midfield, connecting with the long ball from Jamie Carragher, and Luis Suarez, with a typical moment of magic, spotted the run of Sturridge on the right hand side of Peter Cech in the box, and a delightful pass, just with the right pace, the precision, excellent, and Sturridge with an expert tap in, I would say, not an easy tap in, but a very good goal from the build up and the finish. Excellent goal, and Liverpool were won. It was 1-1 at the time, and it was all Liverpool. The momentum, and Chelsea simply couldn't play with Sturridge, and you could sense that it was only a matter of time before Liverpool went 2-1 up. But then, unfortunately for Liverpool, we conceded a corner, and another mix-up in the box again, and Luis Suarez, I think it was more a case of ball to hand. It wasn't intentional, his handball, because I think there was, I can't remember well, but either Daniel Agger or Jamie Carragher in front of Suarez, and he was just raising his hand like this, and the ball hit. It was more a case of ball to hand than a deliberate handball, as the media are trying to make it look like. They are saying it was crazy, why did he do this or that. So I think it wasn't deliberate, it was quite unfortunate. But Chelsea got the penalty and Hazard converted it. And from then on, strangely, and this shows again the mental weakness of the team that I was talking about in my previous videos. They completely had their heads down, and the momentum was completely broken, and it was the same scenario as in the first half. Chelsea started slowly but surely to control proceedings all around the pitch, and the momentum was completely broken, and Liverpool were completely down with what happened. And I think it was only the 60th minute, there was still time. But mentally they were down. And then to the main talking point of the game now. I don't remember exactly when it was, but inexplicably, really, one of the few attacks of Liverpool in the second half, there was a tussle between Ivanovic and Luis Suarez. And inexplicably, as I say, he bit Ivanovic's arm. At first I couldn't believe it, but when you saw the replay, it was clear. He bit his arm. He bit Ivanovic's arm. And he was even faking an injury straight afterwards, while Ivanovic was raging against the referee, showing the referee his arm and explaining the situation. The referee didn't see anything, and Suarez, he knew what happened, and he was faking an injury. And then when the referee came to him and asked what happened, he just told the referee that yeah, obviously I will do this, but he wouldn't admit it, that he did this, but he knew what happened, Suarez, and he already knew that he was in deep trouble, and so I think it was around the 80th minute or something like that. So Chelsea were controlling the game anyway. It looked doomed for Liverpool, and Rafa Benitez did some free substitutions. I think it was Moses, Benayoun and Lampard. So there was some injury time. The referee gave 6 minutes of injury time, and who else but Luis Suarez equalized deep. Even I think on the clock it was 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So the referee should have blown the whistle, and one of the very long, hopeful balls in the end from I don't know whom, Agger, I think. Sturridge connected with it and crossed the ball, a desperate cross and a desperate header. And could you believe it? But we equalized undeservedly, I would say, because the time was finished. So I could understand why Rafa looked dejected. But in the end, we drew the game 2-2. So a game of, like I say, the first half. Overall, I think Benitez won the tactical battle against Brendan Rodgers, except from a 10-minute cameo by Liverpool in the second half, at the start of the second half. But the conclusions from this game: mental weakness, definitely, because even if Chelsea got the penalty and we went 2-1 down again, the team is mentally weak, no question about this. They simply couldn't get back the momentum. Rodgers, I think, in the end also made a substitution. He took off, I think, Downing for Jonjo Shelvey. He didn't do well at all. He missed a sitter also again. Very disappointed with Jonjo Shelvey also. And that's about it. So there will be the main talking point, unfortunately for us, again, will be about Luis Suarez. God knows why he did this again. It was childish, inexplicable again, like I said. And some Liverpool fans will say, reacting on Twitter and Facebook and all this, saying that the media are attacking Luis Suarez from all angles now, and are even bigging this thing up. But I'm sorry, guys. The main culprit here is Luis Suarez himself. He provides ammunition to, I would say, the media and all the critics. And he holds the stick to beat him with this, if you see what I mean. It was, I don't know why, he must have some psychological or even psychiatric problems. And because there was absolutely no reason to do such a stupid thing. It was fucking stupid. Why would you do this? Except from attracting trouble. So I really can't understand why he did this. And it's the second time, so he doesn't learn from his mistakes. It's the second time that he does such a stupid thing. So absolutely no excuse. And the only question now is, what will happen next? Do we have to sell him because of this? I think there are two things to consider with this: the footballing side, and then the ethics. The obviously, for the image of the club and all this, a big zero for him there. But whatever he does, he still remains a world-class player, and Liverpool need him on footballing terms, if you see what I mean. It will be very difficult to replace him, no matter how money we get from him. And it's a difficult one. I don't know what to say. Personally, I think he should get his 10-game ban or whatever, and it's fine. And we should move on. But I don't think Liverpool can afford to be without him on footballing terms, I'm saying. Right now, obviously you will always say that no one is irreplaceable, no one is bigger than the club and all this, but just imagine if Luis Suarez wasn't there this season. We would have been enjoying a nice, exciting relegation battle, I think, this season, without his goals. But what can we say? No one is perfect. What can we say? No one is perfect. And I'm afraid Luis Suarez is world class in footballing terms and world class in controversy also. So there you are. Let me know what you think. Me personally, I don't think we should get rid of him because we need him. We badly need him on footballing terms. So he should be banned for his 10 games or whatever and given a big fine. I don't think a fine will affect him because all these footballers, as you know, they are millionaires. So give him his 10-game ban or whatever, and we should move on. And maybe Luis Suarez needs to get some help, psychological help, or because he reacts. It's a psychological thing, I think. Frustration was boiling over, but obviously absolutely no excuse for having done such a stupid thing. But he needs some help. He needs some psychological help, I think. This Luis Suarez. He's a very bad loser, obviously. He can't stand losing. But what can we do? So we'll see what happens, and let me know what you think. Alright? Take care. Bye.